I'm Danny. At a special time, we wanted to take an opportunity to take a look over to 2020 and look forward into 2021. Let's get started by inviting a special guest to the show, 2020. Hi 2020, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? What are you doing? What do you want from me anyway?
We're hoping to take on the year, and what are some of the highlights?
Well, I was definitely the talk of the year. Everyone loves me. They talk about me so much. I'm in the news all the time. I'm everyone's favorite.
Well, you certainly are the talk of the town, but you had your own pandemic and civil rights movement, and there are even a handful of conspiracy theories and political division. What do you have to say for yourself? There are lots of people who think you're the least favorite year on record.
What? You isn't charming. Everyone loves me. I'm threatening to get into more family time. I'm ready to probably call me governor of the roof.
Well, you certainly are positive about your role in society, and there are things you wish you have done differently.
Why would I do anything differently? People are going to remember me as their favorite year ever. As you can see, peace out and rock on.
Well, as you can see, 2020 is not a very self-reflective year. However, he is very certain about the rest of us to reflect on what's important. And now, a top science story on the coronavirus and the vaccine for it. We head to Thomas Hobbins at the Laboratory of Immunoregulation. And while that happens, I'll talk to the director about that guy. I'm Chuck Dangerous on site with Dr. Hobbins at the Laboratory of Immunoregulation. Before we start, I'd like to thank the lab for installing this invisible plexiglass barrier to maintain social distancing during the interview. Dr. Hobbins, I've heard you have some interesting information to share with us.
Yes, Chuck. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about DNA, the building blocks of life, also known as deoxyribonucleic acid. A single set of human DNA would be 6 feet stretched end to end. DNA is a molecular substance that all organisms have, from me to a dog. It contains the instructions for life.
Thanks for that great description, but how does DNA fit with the coronavirus? Do viruses have DNA?
The coronavirus has RNA and DNA, like any other virus or organism. RNA functions similarly to DNA and contains the instructions for how an organism functions, like my muscle. With viruses, the instructions take over a cell of a different organism, like a person, and tell their cells to make more and more of the virus. And that can make a person sick. Then it can spread the viruses to other people and make them sick too.
That is a big, fat bummer. Though I've been hearing a lot about the vaccine. Can you tell us how that works?
There are several vaccines that have been produced for coronavirus, and they all work slightly differently. They branch off a bit. The general idea is that the vaccine teaches your body to recognize the coronavirus and attack it right away before it can make you sick. That way, if you catch the virus, you're much less likely to get sick or make others sick. If enough people get protected from the vaccine, then it means the virus has nowhere to go to live. And that is called herd immunity. It means a large group of people are protected.
And if that happens, we get back to normal living the way we used to? Normal quarantine?
Exactly. We are still months away from getting herd immunity from the vaccine, but it is already being distributed around the world. Hey, I just got an idea on how to fix all of our COVID problems. Excuse me, I have to go.
That's great news. Thank you for your time, Dr. Hobbins. And now, our arts and entertainment section. First, some poetry from Lord Vader. Oh, I didn't notice you there. So, today at Lord Vader's Story Hour, I shall read one of my favorite poems from W.B. Yass. So,
The Lake Isle of Innisfree. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin build there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings, their midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavements grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core.
So, and I see you're liking my poetry, so now we shall read my poetry. My son and I made this.
Jabba's Palace. If you ever find yourself on the remote and gross planet Tatooine, you'll notice pretty quickly that there's not much in the way of entertainment, unless you happen to wander into Jabba the Hutt's taco. At any time of day or night, the band is running and someone is ruining to the sound of blue music. But these grosser performers don't want to be there. They're all captives of the hairy, drooling, 6-pound slumlord Jabba the Fart, who rules Tatooine with an iron leg. If anyone tries to escape, the guests can watch another one of Jabba's favourite forms of entertainment, dropping the unlucky monster into the cage pit. No one ever comes out grossest from the cage pit. On second thought, the next time you visit Tatooine, don't set head near Jabba's palace. The smell of Jabba alone should be enough to keep you light Dannies away.
Thank you for your time. And now I shall go off to my 9 o'clock battle with Luke Skywalker. A big thank you to Vader! And next, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Since we were planning during the holidays, our holiday special, it is a little late, straight from our very own Sir Hippopotamus. To you, here it is. You know, Dasher, Dancer, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose like a light bulb. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows
Like a light bulb.
The other reindeer used to laugh and call him names
Like Pinocchio.
and never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games
Like Monopoly.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Pass the ketchup.
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the other reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee,
Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history like
George Washington.
Who's that? Ah! For our last guest today, we would like to ring into the new year and take a sneak peek at 2021. Wait, something's not right. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I was just trying to get away from my brother 2020. Hello, Daniel. It's a pleasure to be asked onto the Good News Network.
Thanks, 2021. Can you tell us anything about what's going to happen in the upcoming year?
Well, I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I can tell you what's already happened. On January 5th, Ryan Elementary opened its doors to the students again. And on January 20th, we will all get to watch as the new president gets sworn in. I can't tell you much more than that. I mean, with the fragile space-time continuum, who wants to risk a repeat of 2020?
Don't tell us anymore! Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donna and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it goes
Like a light bulb.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names.
Like Pinocchio.
They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
Like Monopoly.
Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Ho, ho,
ketchup.
ho.
Mom's nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? You loved him
Loved him.
as they shouted out with glee,
Yippee!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history
Like George Washington.